NVidia.
Okay.
NVIDIA had another record close.
NVIDIA.
340 to 450.
429% year-on-year rise.
NVIDIA. Whenever you hear the name of this company, what comes to your mind at first? Gaming? It's a company that makes graphic cards for games. But did you know that this graphic cards company is now the 6th largest company in the world, with a market valuation of $1.2 trillion. This is the same company that was about to go bankrupt in 1997. But if you look at its stock price today, it has increased by more than 220% since last year, and more than 600% in the last 5 years. Many people claim that it's overvalued. And you might also ask that the valuation of a company making graphic cards is not justifiable. And you are right, for a graphic card company, maybe this valuation is high. But NVIDIA is doing a lot more than that. It's creating the fuel for the next human revolution. And all of the big tech giants like Microsoft, Apple, Google, and Meta cannot survive without this company. In fact, the blockchain technology on which all the cryptocurrencies are built is dependent on NVIDIA. Today, every industry, from tech to crypto, medicine to self-driving, finance to robotics, everyone needs NVIDIA. And that's the reason that today the valuation of NVIDIA is more than Tesla, Meta, and Berkshire Hathaway. In this video today, we will talk about NVIDIA. We will see what NVIDIA does. We will also see how a company that many people have not even heard about 2 years back became a $1 trillion company. And finally, we will see what this company is doing that everyone from Wall Street bankers to tech employees are talking about. So if you are interested to know about one of the most innovative companies of today, then stick around. But before that, if you have enjoyed the video so far, then please press the like button. It actually helps the YouTube algorithm to spread the video to a broader audience, and people will get a little more educated with your likes. And if you have not subscribed yet, then please subscribe to our channel. It motivates us to bring more amazing business content to you. Thank you. The story of NVIDIA starts in 1993 with its founder Jensen Huang, a Taiwanese immigrant working as a microprocessor designer in AMD, and his two engineer friends, Chris Malachowski and Curtis Preem. This was the time when personal computers were taking their place in American homes, and the CPU companies were in trend. The three friends during a discussion were talking about the future of computing. They were inclined towards the CPU accelerator, something like 3D graphics, as was in the 1993 movie Jurassic Park. After this movie, the demand for 3D graphics has already increased. When all the big tech was following the CPU revolution, these three engineers were looking into the future beyond CPU, and they started NVIDIA in 1993 from a condo in Fremont, California, with just $40,000. Later, they received $20 million from venture capital funding. The name NVIDIA came from envy, or the next version, and NVIDIA, a Latin word that means envy. Initially, NVIDIA made computer graphic cards for video games that can be plugged into the motherboard of computers. These cards increase the speed of CPUs. In 1995, NVIDIA launched its first graphic card, NV1. After that, they launched a few other cards in the same graphics cards category. Slowly, NVIDIA started gaining popularity. In 1998, NVIDIA had a multi-year strategic partnership with Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company to manufacture its products. Huang always wanted NVIDIA to become a fabless company, and that's why they outsourced the expense of making the chips to TSMC. In fact, until today, TSMC is the manufacturing partner for NVIDIA chips, and Huang credits TSMC for their success.
Morris, I want to say on behalf of everybody here that we've seen a lot of success over the years, but we've never seen impact like what you've made. And on behalf of all of us, you're my hero.
In January 1999, NVIDIA went public, and in the same year, it launched its revolutionary product GeForce 256, the world's first official GPU. NVIDIA defines it as a single-chip processor with integrated transform, lightning, triangle setup, and rendering engines that is capable of processing a minimum of 10 million polygons per second. Then comes another great year. While the world was recovering from the dot-com bubble burst, NVIDIA launched GeForce 2 Go, the world's first notebook GPU. The same year, Microsoft announced Xbox, and they chose NVIDIA to power the graphics for its first Xbox gaming console. By 2001, NVIDIA became the fastest semiconductor company to reach revenue of $1 billion. After this point, the fortune of this company changed completely, and it was named as America's fastest growing company. In 2004, NVIDIA helped NASA and powered the rover to be sent to Mars. With its technology, the data transmitted by the rover was rendered in the photorealistic virtual reality that allowed the scientists to explore Mars' surface. After that, NVIDIA launched GPUs for Tesla. In 2007, they received the Company of the Year award by Forbes. NVIDIA was growing fast. Now their technology was a common element in the Hollywood blockbuster movies. They were behind the great visual effects in movies like Inception and Harry Potter. NVIDIA's success has been many years in the making, but it's not all video games and graphics that took this company to the heights that it is now. It is artificial intelligence. NVIDIA's founder Huang realized the potential of GPUs when AI was not even a buzzword 18 years back. In an interview with Forbes, Huang said, "AI computing is the future of computing. So as long as we continue to make our platform the best platform for AI computing, I think we are going to have a good shot of winning lots of business. GPUs will be all over companies." NVIDIA's AI journey began in 2006 when NVIDIA revealed CUDA architecture for general purpose GPU computing. CUDA stands for Company Unified Device Architecture. It is a computing platform and a programming model that changed the working process of all the graphic cards forever. Before CUDA, the GPUs of NVIDIA were doing serial computing. But after CUDA, now GPUs can do parallel processing. This technology revolutionized the possibilities of what the chips could achieve. Then in 2010, NVIDIA made a breakthrough when they used GPUs and trained a machine learning model to identify cats in YouTube videos. This was a significant milestone for them, and they showed the potential of GPUs for AI. But their actual AI revolution began in 2016, when NVIDIA reinvented computer graphics with Turing architecture, powering the world's first GPU capable of real-time ray tracing. They introduced Rapids, an open-source suite of GPU-accelerated Python libraries designed to improve data science and machine learning capabilities. Since then, there has been no looking back, and NVIDIA has become synonymous with AI. The world of AI has evolved at an astonishing pace over the last few decades, transforming the way we interact with technology and perceive the boundaries of innovation. And last year, ChatGPT rekindled the entire tech industry, and people who have never heard about AI also got interested in this booming technology. Generative AI became a big bang moment with the introduction of ChatGPT. But if we see, the actual big bang moment of AI has already happened a decade back. That has shaped the trajectory of AI and gave NVIDIA recognition for their groundbreaking work in their hardware technology. This moment was the victory of AlexNet in 2012 large-scale visual recognition challenge. For people who don't know what AlexNet is, it is a convolutional neural network, which is an ML model from an advanced form of machine learning called deep learning. It showcased the potential of deep learning in understanding complex visual patterns, in image classification and object recognition. But before you ask what is NVIDIA's role here, let me tell you. AlexNet was using NVIDIA GPU technology, which was using the CUDA architecture, and it was the first time that NVIDIA's GPU were utilized for machine learning at such a large scale. Now the whole world saw the potential that a computer can learn by itself rather than sitting on some programmer's code. After this, all the big tech companies went on to create their AI models and use the technology to expand their business. Everyone, from Google to Facebook to Amazon to Microsoft to Netflix to Tesla, used AI in their respective business growth. But all this while, NVIDIA was working to advance their GPUs to support the AI advancement. And that is why today none of these companies can run without the GPUs provided by NVIDIA. And you know, the initial version of ChatGPT was trained using 10,000 graphic cards by NVIDIA. And according to a research firm, ChatGPT used 30,000 NVIDIA graphic cards to train on a higher version of GPT. It used A100 chips, which cost between $10,000 to $15,000 per chip, depending on the configuration and form factor. And NVIDIA got revenue of $300 million just from OpenAI's ChatGPT. As OpenAI grows and gets more enterprise clients to use ChatGPT, this demand will keep on increasing. As per NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang, we are at the iPhone moment for AI. He said a new computing era has begun. Companies worldwide are transitioning from general purpose to accelerated computing and generative AI. And one company that is making the profits from all this change is NVidia. A few days back when NVidia announced their Q2 2023 earnings, their stock price went up 8% after hours, though many people claim that NVidia is overvalued. But a company's valuation is about its future, and NVidia is innovating in AI, creating a landscape for others to build on. All the cloud providers, AWS, Azure, and Google are using NVIDIA GPUs. Other than big tech, NVIDIA is working with companies like ServiceNow, Accenture, VMware, Snowflake, SoftBank, and Hugging Face on many AI initiatives. And this demand will keep on increasing as more and more companies will work on AI. Many governments around the world are buying GPUs from NVIDIA to accelerate their AI initiatives. Recently, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and UK governments placed millions of dollars in order to get AI chips from NVIDIA. NVIDIA itself is working on many initiatives focusing on AI. The most important ones are NVIDIA DGX Cloud, an AI supercomputer in the cloud, offering a multi-mode AI training as a service solution tailored for enterprise AI demands. They are also working on the general availability of cloud instances based on NVIDIA H100 Tensor Core GPUs. They also introduced NVIDIA AI Foundation's cloud services for language, visual media, and biology, enabling companies to create, refine, and operate custom generative AI and large language models. Other than this, they are also working on their inference platform for generative AI workloads, chatbots, text-image content, AI, and video. They are also working on NVIDIA Omniverse Cloud Platform with Microsoft to build and operate 3D worlds and let companies connect on Omniverse platform with Microsoft 365 applications. With this, Microsoft will be able to bring the industrial metaverse to millions of existing enterprise users through Azure Cloud. NVIDIA is also working in healthcare with NVIDIA Clara for imaging, genomics, patient monitoring, and drug discovery. Their fastest DNA sequencing technique has already received a Guinness World Record. Apart from this, their chips are used in crypto mining, warehousing, robotics, advanced gaming, self-driving cars, and many other places. Right now, NVIDIA has a market share of 84%, and AMD and Intel are far behind in the GPU race with NVIDIA. But it does not mean that NVIDIA is immune to market risk. Amid the US-China trade concerns, last year in October, US introduced a ban to export AI chips in China. Another big concern for NVIDIA is its dependency on TSMC. Taiwan is a big reason for tension between US and China. Although TSMC is building their plants in Arizona, but until then it's a hard dependency for NVIDIA, as there is no other company doing the manufacturing of chips at such a large scale. Another major concern for NVIDIA is the cyclicity of the business. The semiconductor industry has very cyclical periods of high demand. The same happened during COVID time, and NVIDIA saw a huge growth due to the demand for gaming and crypto mining during 2020 and 2021. But after that, when the economy returned back to normal, NVIDIA saw a huge decline of 65% in its stock price, followed by profits decline. Right now, after OpenAI's ChatGPT, generative AI and large language models are high in demand, and every company needs that computing power from NVIDIA AI chips. But it is worth mentioning that the same rush happened in the late 1990s with Cisco during the personal computer boom. And finally, another major concern for NVIDIA is to stay ahead of the competition, as today many of the big tech giants have started designing their own chips. Amazon, Apple, and Tesla are already designing their custom chips and manufacturing them with TSMC. Also, AMD and Intel are also building their AI chips. They started much later than NVIDIA in AI tech, and that is why early entrant advantage is going with NVIDIA. But once AMD and Intel will come up with their AI chips, NVIDIA will get good competition. Intel is also setting up a fabrication plant to manufacture the chips, same as TSMC has, and that will be a real competition. So that's about NVIDIA today. Let us know what you think about this innovative and futuristic company. Do you think that AMD and Intel will be able to compete with NVIDIA, or NVIDIA will be the only king of AI chips? Let us know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please do like it. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and help us grow. We are trying to bring more amazing business stories to you. Also, let us know what other business stories you would like to see. With that said, I shall catch you in the next one. Thank you and have a nice day.